So my name is Bjarke Refslund, and I'm previously I've been racing with Team Yeti and Team Nordic from Denmark, and currently I raced under the name of Nordic Lights at the Tuck Hill Adventure Race in upstate New York. It's a really nice course. I really enjoyed it, and it was part of it was really old school classic push through adventure racing. So some of the challenges that we faced out there was like the classic question of what pace to set. You have to I always try to race at a pace where this is the pace that I'm able to, or we as a team now, obviously doing this as a solo is a different thing, but always as a team we try to hit the pace that we can keep for the length of the specific competitions. So of course I took it a bit cautious in the beginning. Like, we had a small loop first, and I tried to assess a bit there how tricky the terrain would be. Also looking at the maps before the start, I could see that there was this sort of monster trek session, at least for this length of race, a monster trek session at the end, towards the end of the course, and I wanted to be sure to be able to keep up a good pace up there. So I took it a bit easy on the first sections. In a race it's always nice to see the competitors. I didn't know the competitors very well, so it's always interesting to see how fast are they going. And because there was this free order start, I didn't really know where everybody else were, and on the leg we went in a different direction. So it was only a bit into the race that I got an idea about what pace the other the competitors were putting in. So I tried to adapt a bit how fast and how hard I went. But then actually on the southern side of the reservoir, or the leg, the bike section there, it was really quite muddy, and it was difficult to keep the pace down. If you were to try to go slower, I had to walk too much of it. So in order to just bike through the mud, I really had to put in quite a lot of energy. So I felt a bit worn when I reached the TA for the final long trek. So I think the contours were quite good. So there were a few controls where you just really had to read the contours, and I took it quite slow on those ones. So it's also a matter of making sure to find out when you can go hard and when you have to go slow. It's the tricky part to do that. I think I did that very well in the Tuck Hill race, being able to have a clear sense of when I've come far enough. On several controls I've had this feeling that now I think I've just come the right distance, and I would really love the control to be near, and then I would be looking around, and then maybe not by chance, of course not by chance, but sometimes I felt a bit lucky that, oh, it's right over there. That ability, I think I've always loved to do orienteering, and in that sense, I would just really encourage everyone who wants to step up their game navigational-wise to do as much navigation as possible. Try to find the local orienteering club, go out there, and do the training, do the permanent courses, do the competitions. It's really helpful for adventure racing, especially in the more tricky navigations part. For the final thing, I just want to say thanks for a great race for everyone up there, and for the friendly community of adventure races, and see you in the forest.